Very good morning, everyone. To start our live stream about Java, such tasks as sorting and manipulating with items. And if we got stuck, then we always can ask ChatGPT to provide some examples, hints, real-life applications, and so on. Every code in Java starts like this. Demo example is made by me. Others have to be present. And then let's try some array. How could we specify or create an array? The simplest form is an array which can't be modified. If it has n elements, then we can't remove any and we can't add elements. So for example, I tell him that I want integer, int, value. It is not only one variable. And then I create a name for that list. Do you have any ideas how could we name it? Or if you name it in this way, the compiler could mix it with the built-in function. And for example, if I say maybe main or input, output, or something like system, it could throw an error. That's why I prefer naming in human terms. For example, if the best way to learn is to think how to apply it, and in your real life, where do you apply lists or arrays? Maybe shopping list? Could it be shopping list? Yes. So then I name it shopping, and then I tell that it will be a new array, and then I'm going to tell how many elements it is going to have. Just a random number. Nine. Okay. You can start with smaller numbers and then gradually progress to longer ones. And then, in order to understand that does what I want him to do, is just to print on my screen all steps that he's before me. For example, are we going to receive any errors in this program? The best practice is to expect error at any time. Then you will be happy every second of your life. And here it's identifier expected. So maybe it could be string. Do we have any idea what could be changed? Type, right? So we need to tell is like that. Okay, let's try. As far as we do everything on one machine, it will be slow, but like viewers don't.
Yeah, so it's true.
Does that surprise you? The answer is yes. We can actually record it for future in case YouTube will refuse to save. So as you can see, code execution is successful, but we get some very strange symbols. Why? If we could ask ChatGPT, he would tell us that this is a hash format, kind of computer language that a compiler stores information in. And that's why we need special command array, maybe array, and array, maybe arrays, and then to string. To string. We mean that we want to translate from computer to string, to regular string, in order to get values in human language. And we got empty cells. Is that the only way to create an array, kind of rigid array which can't be modified by size?
Change.
No. Is that the only way to create? So that's the second way, which we could use on our exam. So that's the second way, which we could use on our exam. And what is the next thing we could do with an array?
We can check how many lines in our shopping list.
Yeah.
How many products should we How many products should we spend, or how much money should we spend? That's what we did before we got to the right?
Yeah. But before we could ask how many elements we have in this array. For example, we could assign it to a variable, tell that integer, say 10, and then we name this. We can calculate the entire length of an array, and it's very handy when we like to loop through an array. And now we can calculate the sum, for example. Yeah. Then I'm going to create another value for calculating the, maybe something like that, and so on. And then we will print this amount out on the screen. So how do we calculate the sum? Intuitively, it could be just one line, but please add. He doesn't understand. Okay. Any ideas? Import everything.
Plus, sorry.
Plus?
Plus. Hold. I said we have to import class method, but it's not method.
Yeah, so streams we will deal with them later, and so I'm going to ask our artificial intelligence. What could we do and how we're going to do this? Please tell me what I'm trying to do and how am I supposed to accomplish this? A screenshot of my code and we'll get a couple of examples. Obviously, the first one will be easy for beginners. And later are more complex for stream. Yes, so he already suggests using stream. That would be okay, but obviously it would not be possible, and then we use loops. So we think as a compiler, and then yeah, it will be too easy. But that's the point. That's why streams are introduced, and we will deal with them later. So we either loop manually or we use streams. So so we are going to assign first the value and then make a loop for I going from 0 to the end of the array. So that will be I is less than shopping list length, and we will iterate over the with a step equals 1. And then on each iteration we're going to add I write this verbose version, so but you can do it shorter. This variable is the end result, and then we add up variable in each cell. So this is we already know how to address each individual variable. It could be something like this with square brackets. Yes, so we we need to tell that this is an integer. And then it prints the result. Any other observations before we run the code? So let's try this one. And how many errors do we get? you know. How many errors do we get on this code? Do you have any idea? Name any integer from 0 to 12.
Missä oikeassa sulla?
Integer
No,
product.
index. On decimal place.
So only one error. What kind of math? Ah! Okay. And now we have added all the items on the list. Let's have a look whether we have some comments. Here comments. Here. Not yet. Okay, so now we can calculate all the values in array, and we also can swap the values. Swapping is also quite straightforward. I'm going to delete. All these variables. And if we, for example, which ones?
First and second, and the last one.
And the last one. Okay. So, what is the intuitive way of doing this? Well, I remove this number 2 from the end, so it won't be so confusing. And I say that
So the first element.
yes, the first element has index 0, yes. And the 4 is the last value, and vice versa.
So now there are 2 12s.
Yes, I will get 2 12s, and what is missing?
Int, like a temporary a variable, so that you can swap them.
Okay, so I print on each step. On each step, I print for debugging purposes, so I know the compiler does what I want to do, and as I run, I could include some comments to the lines where it prints something out, but currently a few lines, so I can remember which line does what thing. So the first line is the initial array. Then we have replaced our first value with the last one, and again we swapped. So we have lost this initial value. As we already have seen that, yes, that's a good idea to tell that value, which is integer, and which will take or hold the value we are going to delete. In our case, it is the first element.
So we're hoping for mean, for example, bubble sort.
Yes, bubble sort, but in ascending.
It's easier, so.
Yeah, we do only the easiest one. Uh, for example, we would like to sort an array. How could we implement this? Say we ascending order, so the earlier values are lower, and the end has bigger values. Obviously, we have to check each cell, so that means it is a loop, a cycle, for, and again, integer I, so it is 3, and obviously we could tell that we start with 0, then it would go up to the length of the array, which is name of the array and length, right? Something like that. And step is unity. And what we're going to do inside
another problem.
Yes, later we will do this, but just one iteration, and we are going to check to visit each individual cell. What we're going to do with this cell? Sorting means that each value depends on neighboring values, right? So we need to compare two neighbor values. It is if condition. Yes. If it is greater than shopping and I plus 1, and only then do this. And here is the action, and this is replacement. So now this is the shorter version. Something like that. And we print this array in the beginning and in the end.
Stop.
Ah!
There was an error.
Too late. Yeah.
We went out of the length of the...
Yes, but it will compile and it will run, and during the execution of the code, it will throw an error as we go beyond the limits of the array.
I don't understand why. There is an error right now. Look.
Again, we could do it. So I'm going to run this buggy code in order to why the error would be exposed to our viewers. So as you can see, from 0 to 4, we got these values. So number 5 is obviously out of bounds as we start from 0. That means that we are going to reduce the number of iterations, and then everything is perfect. So what I already can spot is that number 1 in the middle moved further, and all others, well, let's just make things worse, and maybe at some 3. As you can see, it has already improved something, but not until the end. And what are the options? How could we run through this code multiple times? Do you have any ideas? So, as was suggested, we create another loop. So this iteration, just one, we were going through the cells of the array and comparing with neighboring values. Sometimes we were swapping them, and sometimes not, if the order was correct. And for example, we could print this thing here. So at the moment, you can see that we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and we don't have 4 since we have trimmed the length. So if I print I, as you can see on this line, inside the second loop, inside this condition, how many times or it prints I, the number of the iteration, only when we need to swap these values. So my question is, does computer print all the same numbers from 0 to 3, or it will skip some numbers? What is your intuition telling you? Just a hunch.
Well, if we look at the list, we can see that 14 is higher than 6, so this number will be printed. 6 is lower than 100, so this condition is not true, so it will not be printed, and so on.
Yes, so obviously not all of them will be printed, and only the steps when swapping is made, we get this output. As you can see on the, yes, only the second step was missing, but still we are far from over. So we need to include another loop, say j, and again integer. And now it will be maybe some random number at first. I would like to see both of them. How many errors are we expecting at the moment? Okay, so we are already on the next part of this chapter. So this is sorting. The last question about these type of arrays is how many times are we going to loop? Is there any optimal way to do this? We could do it manually, telling how many times. We could use length of the array, and there's a third option, my favorite one. Did we do that yesterday? What was it? Yeah, the length of array was the second one. Yeah, so manually is the first one or half of the array. But in the worst case scenario, when the input list is reversed in reverse order, then we need to go the maximum time of iterations. And here, as you can see, everything is successful. And last two rows show us that what has happened or has not happened. Why it didn't print this line, number 16, somewhere here between these lines?
Because the condition didn't work.
Condition wasn't met, of course. That means that we could stop iterating already a long time ago. And if, as these arrays become larger and longer, these things influence the efficiency of the code and time cost function. That's why it is. That's my favorite idea. Yeah, you can close the door. That we introduce the special variable, just integer, and each variable counts how many times did we swap the values. For example, we tell him that swapping is integer is 0, and then each time we do some swapping, and we could do printing of this variable on each step to understand whether it is working correctly on a small portion of code, and then increasing the indices and then going to an entire array. Obviously, there are other ways, but this one is what I came up with based on my experience with other programming languages. Do you have any questions, suggestions, or remarks on arrays which can't be changed? And then we go to the flexible arrays.
But code didn't work, isn't it? Or is working?
It's kind of working, yes, but I don't know why it printed 2 times. Well,
yeah, but it's still unsorted. 6, 14, 9, 12.
Ah, you mean this?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get the result.
Yes. Yeah, we just need to tell that So we need to stop iterating when swapping is 0. Yes, that's why we could do it just with length of this array, because that doesn't change anything. And then we can ask so we received an error. Who can see the mistake?
Your x and y outside of the loop.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe this one is also unreachable, just before breaking. Well, it's print twice, same letter, but at least I will see where they're going to end. So how many errors do we expect this time? Not many, okay. And again, he didn't change anything until until the last run. So it has ignored that this variable was 0. All right, now he has managed to do that with 3 or 2 iterations. Yes, the first one is just printing. And you also can see that conditions were met a lot of times, and then 6 times, and then only 4 times. It was reducing. And now we have winning code. And well, I'm going to copy this one and paste somewhere here. So this is sorting array. For future reference, so this is special. So I'm going to delete everything from here. Okay. No questions from our subscribers. Okay, so And now we are going to import this type of packages, which are dynamic. And in order to memorize how to do it, it's necessary to in the wrong way and then to correct and hopefully memorize for short-term memory. So how I would go about it? I would say that I need. Well, I already know that this is integer and it has angle brackets. And then I want to say that it's array, and it's not just array, but array list. And then I'm going to name it. Now we can also continue with shopping or with any other application in our real life. Do you have any other suggestions? Apart from shopping, maybe banking, car, or cooking. Music list, pizza. Natives music list. And well, that's all I know. So let's ask our cheat sheet. New array list. Okay, and then I have to put list. You see. So I also need to tell that this is okay. Array list. Array list. So it should be list. You need to repeat it twice in order for the compiler to understand what you're talking about. So this is the name, which is given from programmer, and new. Now. But we can populate the list. Okay. Well, now I'm going to name it in the same way. Maybe it could be something like that. Let's try. Yes, now it's better. So now we see that the name, which comes from programmer, from the author, should go on the left-hand side of the equation sign. And the list is empty. That's where we get to these brackets. And now we are going to populate this with some random values. Maybe they are numerical values, and maybe some words, letters, or anything else. And as we can see, just list, well, this is the name of the list. Yeah, so you can see that it's easily to mix things up if names are similar and for example, I could add because we already told him that please expect integers. We could modify that, and we could say that it's string or something else, and then we could put names, letters, and so on. So as you can see, if we add values, they go just from one direction, from left to right. Suppose we would like, well, let's see, yes, print list directly, that's okay, remove. So square brackets are reserved for rigid arrays, and flexible arrays have flexible brackets. And again, we got an error. Obviously, I see that it already has changed the color. here is the black, and here the name of an array is blue. Okay, so we already see that access element is just get. Okay, so it's either if we use brackets, then we access some element that means that we need to use some special command, like add, remove, get, and so on. And now get is this command, that's why it's blue. And the name of array is black, so telling us that this is the array. And that's why he expects to be a method. And then I expect to print 30. Okay, and that means we can remove it. For example, name of an array, comment, and the address of the cell. If I would address the same number and we also can set each variable, each cell of this just with comma, set cell number 0 with this value. And this value. What else would you desire of this? For example, telling how many numbers it would contain. So, for example, and I also suggest the idea to illustrate my point. For example, in Python, say I would do something like that. And here he already mentions Python, so he understands what I'm talking about. And as you can see, just to create one array with 10 elements, I already need to implement a loop, a cycle to append all the values. Yes, but something like this I would expect from Java. But that look intimidating. The second one. So the loop is fine. At least we know the syntax, and we can do this. And also, we have built-in function for swapping. And then say and let's check. So this is I hope this is the name of an array, but sometimes the collections are also the name of larger array in Java. And here you put the name. Okay, so and here you put the name. Okay, so obviously collections and swap, and then something like that. Well, yes, inside the brackets. Okay. Otherwise, well, the name of the array has to be black all the time. So that's a hint that something is wrong. Yes, so it has to be declared somewhere. And I'm going to ask artificial intelligence. What is wrong with this code? And I also would like to know the real life examples of, of these features. Yeah, so we need to import collections, and then they will work. Then I tell the type, and then I tell the name of the string.
Can we just do the same thing, but change the numbers into the words?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I need to change the type. Integer, which was before, now it is string. And also I need to tell it again and again. And hopefully this is it. Now I'm going to print a new line with entire understanding. Do we get an error? Do we get an error?
I think yes, because there is no new word.
New.
Yeah.
Here.
Why system?
New.
Yeah.
Here.
Why system would print first title, then second and third, and fourth and fifth?
Well, yeah, we could do after each title, but it just my whim. Dear viewers, you could do your own way. Believe in yourself. Dear viewers, you could do your own way. Believe in yourselves. So in several seconds, we either will get an error or a success. Why printing is just for debugging and understanding how gradually this code works. And of course, I could do this after each meaningful step, but I skip some typical or repetitive steps. So as you can see, we could put strings of different lengths. Say we could tell that different lengths. Say we could tell that this is very short and another one is very long, and they don't need to be of the same length. And we also could do swapping. Right? Would you like to swap? Because we already have collections, and collections then maybe swap. And then the name of array, we have not so many. Third title, that means 0, 1, and 2, last and first. And here, before and after swapping, I print both, and I suppress this output. As you can see, the two last lines are the result of swapping, before and after. So it works with the with the words as well. So it could be dictionary, it could be from real life, music playlist reordering app, maybe playlist in random order, task prioritization, card shuffling in card game, seating arrangement in event management, or maybe on the plane in booking system, and product sorting in shopping cart. So these are real life examples, and we could implement something like that here. So, any questions from online viewers? And we proceed to our next topic, or if you have questions.
No, I don't have.
No questions, very good indeed. Then we are on time, fantastic. Streams.
Maybe just have 7 minutes pause and then come back.
Okay, we can have 7 minutes break, yes, for refreshing drinks and snacks. Take a breath of air, and then we will come back exactly at 16:30. Okay, so so 7 minutes. So 7 minutes. And we will take the break. So let's continue our and we have managed to go through uh, the uh, portion of and swapping, calling the entire list, and now we are going and using strings in the list. And well, let's try also this one when we loop through a list and then shuffle them. Shuffling. I delete everything, and I'm trying to delete everything, and I'm trying to recall from memory, how could we do this? We need to tell that this is array list, and if these will be names of, say, songs or books, whatever, it is going to be string, and then we're going to name this array, and then we tell that this is a new one, absolutely new, brand new one. And again, array list, so he wouldn't forget it. Yes, so we need all types of brackets just not to forget them. And imagine we're going through loop. I want to apply this one. Initialize and print. And nested dynamic lists. So first of all, I'm going to populate the list, otherwise I will get this empty one. For that, I need to name the array, and then what I'm going to. And to make sure that I get what I want to get is print line, and I ask for this array directly. I expect some errors, occasional errors here and there, and 4 titles in 1 row. Yes, good. And now I'm going to loop through I take the name of array, and so if I want, well, for comparison, I just start from the middle, get one, and add something else. Of course, later we could implement the script that changes this string. But for now, we are assigning the same value for all of them. That means that entire shelf is filled just with one book, as in a regular library, because we have one item of the same title. And print shelf. Okay, let's print this shelf. So as it will do 3, 4 until 9, we will get kind of 6 books, and then print system out print line, and then get. Okay, so this code tells us to print but the question is why? Just for debugging purposes. And then still I want entire list to be printed, so to make sure that computer did his job perfectly. So the last line will be the result, and lines in the middle are result of the cycle. And again, semicolon is missing. Of course, syntax error. Cannot find a symbol. Okay, so obviously some brackets are missing again. So exactly the same line. Cannot find symbol. Then we're going to ask artificial intelligence why compiler gives an error. Yes, maybe it's easier to copy just the code. Failed upload. Thank you. I can see it. Network connection is lost completely. So at peak times we have 3 viewers. Okay, now obviously we for those who have just joined, a quick reminder, we are on the last step on arrays, and we're trying to iteratively loop through an array and to add currently the same things in each cell, and then to proceed to streams. Laggy. Yes, a lot of things is running from the same machine, so okay, so we have something at least. Again, I'm pasting the entire code to ask why this get add is giving me an error. Do I need to install it, import a package? Do I need just rename something or some brackets? You cannot add to string. Okay, so if I want to replace, well, then I just, okay. What should I do to replace existing value? Because I would like to replace last part. Okay, just set. Okay. No need. Set, and then obviously I need to tell the address of this. So inside one bracket, instead of putting too many brackets inside each other. And let's try this new improved code. Out of bounds, of course it is out of bounds. Okay. As far as we are operating on the existing list, Okay, so my expectation was that it will print entire line each time instead of just circling around. Yes, yeah, so I told him just print this. And actually I would like to do it this way. Like this. So now I can see that my list is growing and it is populating with other values. So I now copy this code and paste it to my library. And we have managed to go through entire, well, random numbers, yes. So again, we can try to do these random numbers. And the next topic for next 40 minutes is streams. At first, I'm not going to import everything, so as a compiler will give an error, I will understand and connect which command requires some package. So now, I ask chat to give me the simplest example of stream usage in Java for everyday purposes. And make it simple for beginners. Here is super simple example. As you can see, it's quite short. And just printing even numbers. So we need to create, again, an array, a list. So we say that this is list, brackets, integer. And then, what are we going to write? Maybe name?
Just list.
Yes, but if it's just list, I don't know whether it is this one or other one. So obviously he will need something like that, maybe like this. I don't know. So let's compare integer numbers, okay, and then array as list. Arrays as list. All right, and then in round brackets, just these numbers. And I'm going to print them at once. Again, some error, maybe list integer. Yes, I need to download to import this kind of library. Obviously, I need these ones as well. Well, not yet. And now we have got a list. And for stream, instead of looping, we just can do this. So in order to call the stream, you need to type the name of the array, stream, and then brackets. That will show that it is not just one value, but a package or something bigger. And then we start with a point and filter. So we always need a point at the start. Filter. And then the condition. And interestingly, we're already telling the number n, but how do you know that this is integer or this is the index we use for iteration? That's a good question for those who have, well, it is already modular, okay? Percent means that we divide and keep modular for this division, and then if it is exactly 0, that means the number is even. And if it is even, then for each of them, and double colon. And suppress the output. What are we going to receive?
Just 12.
Just 12? Yes. That's why we're going to add some more numbers to make it more fun, and post in comments what we're going to get. Illegal start of expression. Ooh. Illegal start.
In the filter n more than n divided by 2, you don't need the dot with the zip. You had it in your code, so it's ended in there. And now it's supposed to work, yeah. Okay. The other error is gone now.
Okay, so we're not printing the entire list again, but we could populate another one. For example, if I would like to print odd numbers, let's try something odd. 3, 5, yes. So we could also make it a list of words. And that would be string. And all the same as list. And then banana, pineapple, and of course water. Let's try the code whether this line is working. Okay, no error on the line number 11. Then I would like to call one value. For example, system out, print line, and then I address directly just number 2. Okay, so what is your assumption? What will happen? What kind of word will be printed?
Banana.
Again.
We don't need that line for now, I guess.
Yes, we don't need, but still. And finally, we got an error, and hopefully we would just for testing purposes, let's try this one. Yes, now it's working. So we even didn't need artificial intelligence. What an amazing place. So you just need to use these commands, add, get, set, and so on. And imagine, instead of asking about bananas or pineapples, we would say that set number 2 again as an apple. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then print that maybe entire list. Again, something is wrong. String is required. Actual and formal argument lists differ in length. Okay, so the urge is very big to ask artificial intelligence. But do you have any ideas?
Maybe because we don't have an apple in our list.
That's why we are setting.
Our site is just to add to existing list, yeah?
Well, it is like from arrays. Like this. Okay, so we need 2 values. Okay, let's try All right, yes, so we need to include it over here. Something like this. And let's print entire array so we could see the change we have made. Yes, so now banana has disappeared and has been replaced by an apple. So we already have managed to do this one, just to add numbers, integers, and words as strings. Now we are using streams. This is advanced technique. Please refer to timecodes if you want arrays or array lists. They have been earlier on the same video. And now we are trying to group words by their length and count occurrences. For example, we will get so I generate a random list of words as if it is a shopping list, and then the list can be longer, like vocabulary, or some text of a newspaper article, and we would like to count how many words or how frequently the words are in this article, or what is the most frequent words. Maybe we are learning this language and we want to learn 10 most frequent words. Okay, so we're telling him that this is the list. I remove everything else. And I remove this number list. So and now we are going to calculate frequency of these words. And as far as that portion of code told me to count length of words, which is not of my interest at the moment, I focus only on the number of occurrences, how many times this particular word has been written in this list. So how could I use stream function in Java to go through the array and count how many times each word is written there? And then, of course, I could explain the code, but I suppose that chat will already provide thorough explanation. So this portion is already here. So map and string and so on. Explanation for beginners. Thank you. So point stream, convert list to stream. So obviously these are different things. Collect results. And here all the cycles are done just in one line. That's why they use it. They call it streams instead of looping. So here the programmer tells what to do and what to achieve instead of how to do it. As you can see here, we get stream collectors. Java, yes, thank you. String collectors. Then we already got this list. Then I would like to convert map string and long. And again, here is the variable chosen by programmer. That's why it is weird when you name the lists as if they are comments. So word counts could be this variable, and then again words is the name of the list, and then I change it to stream. So does that look familiar? Okay, so you even don't need semicolon over here, and collect. So it looks like I'm talking to compiler. Please go collect, sort, and so on. Collect, but before that I need to put a point. So it's like bullet point, like to-do list. Compilers love to-do lists. And I ask collectors. and grouping by. And again, you could easily take this as a built-in function, but it is not. It is just name of the array, and we need to convert it to collectors and counting. So collectors is imported methods or way of calculating things. Counting, and then, as you can see, there are no indices at all, just empty braces. And still semicolon is necessary. And then just print the result. I'm not going to print each result. I want to print only the end. For example, and then entire string. So how many errors we are going to get if I press run? Only 2. Cannot find symbol map. Okay, obviously let's try to import another useful list or package and try to run with this. Is already defined. Okay, then I copy entire error to GPT, and because I already have created the list, and half of this response is explaining why it is wrong, and being written by chat himself. Yes, so in previous response he was talking about why this is working, and in the next response he's telling me why it is not working. Okay, so yes, he wants it's just the other variable. Okay. Or even simpler. Well, that's That's really much simpler. But who is able to memorize all these?
Mr. Misha.
All these names?
Mr. Misha is really.
That's the wrong answer. Okay, let's try. So,
No one wants your YouTube channel.
no, everything is.
There is no one. No views.
Well, let's try this one. Okay, obviously this one was type of a new list. So we have transformed a regular list to a stream, and this one is a stream having two values: the name, the letter, the word, and how often this word is in this list. Okay, so mapping tells you that this is the first part of the string, the name or the word, and then long means the length or the number. So if if you think in terms of Excel or Python, this me2, this is a two-column array. Map means that just reshape that one to this one, and he populates the second column with new values, and leaving the first column the same, just not duplicating. For example, here is apple, here is banana, the first one. So that was grouping. Convert string to integer. Let's try this one. First of all, let's try with letters, with words. Maybe it won't work. Maybe. So again, I copy this working code to my repository, and word frequency. For future reference, and yes, so normally you should have some numerical values inside of quotes, like 4, 10, and so on. and only integers.
How much video is
Yes, you are able to post a comment to our stream and to win special prize. So later I will tell what the prize is, but just for the record. No, not the lunch. No, I just will like your comment on YouTube.
Yes, I put you online.
No, if you the special prize is that if you comment the video, I will like this comment. So that's the special prize for most active participants. So I have a lot of numerical values. I'm going to paste it over here. 23, yes, so something like that. And now I'm going to convert string values to integers. So this one is going to be deleted, and again I remove something up here. And again, I need to create something like a new list, a new stream with new possibility to accept integers.
What does this Notion do? You create your account there, Notion.
Notion, yes.
Then what is the purpose of it?
Well, just like notebook.
Like what?
Notebook.
Oh yes.
For taking notes.
Like bullshit.
It's much better. So number strings. Number strings. And again, I tell that this is a stream with empty brackets and no semicolon. And then again, mapping and collecting. So I need to tell that this is a map, and maybe how many columns do we want? Do we want two of? Just one. Just integer and parse int. And then collect. Collectors. So, yes, collectors are available. I have imported them. I call collectors, and I tell them, please convert to list. And empty brackets. In the end, of course, I would like to see the result. On a new line, maybe something like this. So how many errors do we expect right now? Only one. Fortunately, we got 4 of them. So again, list. We need to initialize this one. Now, how many errors we get this time? Only 2. Well, cannot find symbols array as list. Okay. Arrays, yes. So we need to import arrays as well. So that's the cannot find symbols. So obviously, we have to import maybe something else. So interestingly, here we have absolutely different screen. Okay, so that's the other one. I restart the chat page because it's been idle for a very long time. Obviously, these are connectivity issues, and it's time to move on. To our next topic. So here you can see all the manipulations we could do with streams, and we need to tell explicitly what to do, and compiler will perform all the operations. and I ask how to fix the error. The compiler gives me stream collectors. Okay, it's undefined. So let's look at this line by line. We have both imported utilities with asterisk and with stream collectors and asterisk. Okay, so he tells us that number strings is not defined before. Okay, so that means we need just tell him the name of our new list, and here we go. Okay, so we need just to translate to stream exactly the same array as we had before. And string to integer, and this short code also goes to our library. And our next topic, dear viewers, is let's have a look at overloading and helper methods. As we can see, Java has a lot of classes, or as we say, packages. I name it packages. I have a Python background. For each occasion, for handling dates, months, lists, and so on. I'm going to start a new chat to avoid mixing different topics, and I could ask in old dialogue the questions or exercises on this particular topic. Otherwise, I will receive a various mixture of different topics. So I'm about to ask, give me simplest real-life examples of using overload methods in Java. Give a small code with calculating area overloading. So hopefully that move it in another.
Is there Russian version?
Yeah. So Russian subtitles are coming later. So as you can see, the simple version, so-called simple version, is over here, but that looks intimidating. Let's try this one, and then Obviously, it will throw an error, but who cares? Let's have a look. Obviously, I'm declaring too many classes inside each other, and I'm telling I'm not declaring, I'm telling what side is. So let's try this one. And see what will happen. Okay, let's remove all right, so here is the main program, which defines in which order these commands will be executed, and it provides some values. So for me, it's better to start with the main, and then call other functions. And now I'm going to check whether brackets are correct. So let's have a look. No errors. What a pity. Okay. Now I'm going to exclude, everything else is self-explanatory, but let's have a look how this one is done. So area calculator is a class. What is AC? Obviously, this is this is the name of variable which is chosen by programmer. So area calculator is the name given by us. And calculate area is a function that is built in. Calculate area. For example, if I would let's remove circle and well, it doesn't matter actually. And I leave only rectangle. Yes, everything works. Then I see that AC is the variable and it can be changed by programmer. Obviously, yes, so now this is another variable, and as a physicist, I can't see numbers without units. So, what else could we change here? For example, we could replace maybe something like this. Let's see what happens. How many errors do we get? No errors. So as you can see, these words can be changed. If we change, for example, this one, it will give us an error. And the reason is very simple.
You have moved out the interesting case with the circle. There was used the booleans, and I would like to see it. Can you change it, please?
Yes. The calculate area is built-in function, which is appended by the dot to variable or list or string. So, if we're going to use a Boolean,
Just to use the circle formula and the circle. Yes.
yeah. So, for example, we are going, but I have deleted values as well. So for a circle, we have this one, and we also can, yeah, so is everything. Okay, stop.
That's not the reason.
Yes, so we changed the name. Right, so first of all, we don't need that type of precision for for the circle. Okay, but these are aesthetical requirements. What would you like to see with the circle?
It was a boolean in the solving method. See, but I don't see it right. Up. Double length.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
No, it has disappeared.
It was double.
It was double and the boolean.
But Boolean values can be true or false.
Yes.
And
maybe I misunderstood something.
we can distinguish between positive and negative values, and to use Boolean logic. and for example, print result. And then obviously we need to specify in the main file that, for example, this is true. So in and here we give him some values. Yes, and the condition. Conditions go inside each subroutine. For example, if we print calculate the area of yeah, so here we get condition if in round brackets. If print result, and this is it. So if it exists, just only in this case, that was the circle, print out, otherwise return this one. All right, so I comment out all the rectangles because some errors could jump in when he has unspecified input. So let's have a look. Okay, yes. Yeah, now brackets are balanced. And cannot find a symbol. Yes, so we have changed a lot, so I'm going to copy the entire code and to check whether this works, and then to And what is the difference between putting main part in the beginning and in the end? So it doesn't matter where the main is. For small learning exercises, put main at the top. Thank you. And large programs, put main at the bottom. Very good. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's why I like main to be in the first lines of the code. And let's play with these values. Say we have 1 and 42, and maybe this one is false. What will happen? And again, circle area is false, only 2 lines, and so here is the way to use Boolean logic. So now we are going to find primes. And then play with letters and with calendar. So let's try this portion, and I'm going to exclude calculations of area. And now let's have a look at primes. So obviously we need to import a lot of things. Yes. And obviously a lot of things. Expected, yes, yes. All right. So just list. Okay. What I have to do, I'm asking ChatGPT in order to get some idea. Unnamed class. Array list, of course, array list. Just a portion of this code, and let's have a look what it will produce. Okay. All right. Let's try this one. And now it works. So obviously, there was a conflict of brackets. So what could we change? Obviously, this is the name that was given by a programmer, and all blue ones are built-in functions. So the difference between this code finding primes is that main declaration and importing packages. And please tell what are built-in properties, classes, methods, or whatever, and which of them can be renamed by programmer. So I'm going to understand his logic and obviously asking some questions about alternative ways to achieving the same thing in more optimal way. So he is duplicating the code. So as you can see, find primes up to is programmer defined, so it's arbitrary. So this is new is a new object. This is data type. And so on. So are there any other ways to achieve the same goal? Why did you implement the code exactly this way? Because we could do it with cycles, arrays, Okay, and now we're going to take a break. For 12 minutes. So see you then. And so we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to go again through the helper methods and recursion. So let's have a look at recursion. Again, let's compile. I'm going to leave one main class. All right, now I'm going to create a new dialog in order to split or distinguish between the topics. And I want to run this in online compiler. So I expect chat to provide what packages should I include, and obviously this main program, maybe this could be small letter, I don't know, void. All right, so class is main. Now it works well. So let's try other values. And let's try to understand what each line does. So obviously this one is assigned by programmer. Result as well. Here obj is what we name, and the calculate factorial is a built-in function which is applied to this obj. And then the calculation itself runs over here. But what I think is that we should have a cycle, because otherwise it is too simple to be true. Here you need to use recursion to solve this task. All right, so obviously okay, now we have the explanation. Because calling only one function doesn't show that we used recursion. Okay, so we're creating an object and we use directly calculate factorial. Okay. Declares an integer. Yes, of course. Now, calls the method and passes number. Okay. And presents the results. And recursive call is n. Okay, so the only recursion is on line 16. So if we would use a loop, we could see the number of iterations. How could I count the number of iterations or print results? so imagine we would use something like this. What would happen? Yeah, so recursion went too far, and then we can tell both are integers. Okay. Uh, Okay, so we are calling the same function over and over again until we will reach number one. System out, print line, and maybe just n. Okay, would it print anything? Yes, so then it is already kind of looping, so I'm calling the same function, and let's make it 13. And then I see that it starts at 13 and then goes until 1, and when it's 1, it returns just 1. Yes. And if I input negative number, I get an error. It's 0. Very good. If I enter something else, error. Very good indeed. All right, so with recursion, we can call the same function over and over again. And here, for example, we could modify how many cycles we do. Say, we can rename it like this, and we just do it like this. That way we adding up. Yes. adding up all the values, and we also could calculate the sum of squares. So these are values of n as indices, and so on. Imagine we would exclude this line. What would happen? Nothing unless we enter 0. Or, sorry, minus 10, for example. Yes, so, and it's still running. Execution halted. Okay, so it runs too far. And if it is just 1, it will return 1. If we exclude 1 from the main cycle, what will happen? And if it is 0 or if it is 1, then still we get the correct result unless we take in 0 and then we break everything that we get 0, which is wrong. And if we get minus 10, then we get 0. Yes. Very good indeed. So if we call the same thing twice, and we start with 4, just yes, so don't print this output. Stack Overflow, correct. Okay, so now we get some result without Stack Overflow. And and for negative values as well, minus 14. So it will go too far away. Okay. Yes, so it's just -1. Okay. Euclidean algorithm. And with letters. These are examples we're going to see next time for extra subscribers and on premium package. So see you next time. Keep working.